Hello, it's Brainfreeze9876, and welcome to part 2 of Seinfeld stories, the Senpai. Last week, we left you with a cliffhanger, like right now, about just before the appearance of the Senpai, I assume. So anyways, let's get to it. Now's my chance. I'll get that Senpai's attention. This ought to be good. George carefully approaches Senpai. Hey, Senpai. Senpai does not turn to look at George. Where are they getting these sprites from, anyways? That's what I want to know. If someone knows that, answer, please. Where are these people from? I know they're definitely from like the 90s, maybe early 2000s, but where? Did you happen to see my midterm grades, Senpai? Your score was way up there, huh? Wow. Quite a feat. Real impressive. He really doesn't say anything, huh? Well, I guess that saves me the trouble of having to do a voice from. George looks in panic to Jerry, who shrugs. Yep, real good score. Very, studious. George gives up and returns, defeated. Great! That's what you went to. I panicked! We're Kramer. Abandoned warehouse. That picture of Kramer never ceases to amaze me. Kramer and Newman fumble through the darkened warehouse. It's pitch black inside, and Newman is shaking in fear. You fool, Kramer! You told me there'd be great stuff in here! Just be patient, Newman. I'm sure once we find the lights, we'll be up to our elbows in treasure. Kramer and Newman forge ahead through the darkness. Distant, indistinct sounds echo through the room. Ooh, this is getting scary. Oh, what was that? Let's turn back, Kramer. Don't be a coward, Newman. Are you really gonna turn your back on all of this? Kramer gestures to the dark emptiness. Yes, I'm out of here. My heart just can't take anymore. Newman scurries away, shivering and afraid. Fine, then run. All the more riches for me. Just gotta find a light switch. Kramer gropes in the darkness. He palms something that feels vaguely like a breaker. Bingo, baby. The light switch flips with an almost deafening boom. The room is illuminated. That's not making fun of a anime or Japanese trope without a giant robot. Huh. Giddy up. Well, I guess my choices are beginning to come full circle, huh? Monk's Cafe. Yeah, that clearly says Monks on it. In cafe. Jerry and Elaine sit across from each other at Monk's Cafe. Elaine is visibly dismayed. He called you tsundere? Tsundere? And I don't know what that even means. But it offended you? It's offensive. What does it mean anyways? You know, it's like you like someone, but you show it by acting like you hate them. Elaine chews this information over. So, Toshio thinks I like him because I act like I don't like him. Exactly. How does that make any sense? I don't know. I'm not tsundere. Huh? George rushes through the front door of the cafe, visibly upset. Hey, George. Hey, you guys. There is a pause. George stands by the table, clearly distracted. Something wrong? It's nothing. George sits. George is upset about his senpai, Elaine. Ooh, senpai, huh? You know, I stopped worrying about that senpai stuff a long time ago. I mean, senpais, kawais, who cares? George's smile barely conceals his smoldering rage. I guess you're right, Elaine. Who cares? Exactly. What's going on with you, anyways? I hear you're tsundere now. Who told you that? I knew this would happen. Toshio's telling everyone at school that I'm tsundere. You know, Elaine. Yeah? I don't really worry about that stuff anymore. I mean, tsundere, yandere, who cares, right? Kramer bursts through the cafe doors. He's covered in grease, wild-eyed and ecstatic. George, Elaine, and Jerry look at him silently for a moment. So what'd you discover in that warehouse, Kramer? Big old can of oil? No, Jerry, even better. I scored big time down at the warehouse. Elaine looks to Jerry for explanation. Kramer lives at a warehouse now. Kramer flops into a seat at the table, dirtying the cushion with his grimy jumpsuit. Elaine recoils, disgusted. So there I was. Jerry rolls his eyes. Exploring the darkened warehouse, fearing nothing, mystery at every turn. When all of a sudden, I had a feeling. What'd you find, Kramer? I could sense something unbelievable. It was calling my name. Kramer, Kramer. Just get to it. So, I find the light switch. I turn it on, and wouldn't you know it? Kramer smacks the table loudly, distracting the other cafe patrons. Giant robot! Giant robot! You bet your bottom dollar, Georgie boy. 100 feet tall. Giant robot? I'm telling you guys, this thing could really do some damage. Could level a whole city. Just as soon as I get it running again, then let's say we show it off at that school festival. oh yeah, that's coming up, huh? We'll be the main attraction, the coolest kids at school. Wait, This thing has room for 3? Yeah, 3 pilots. What's up with these mechs that use more than 1 pilot? I mean, you don't need 3 people to drive a car. It would be chaos. Traffic's already bad enough. Calligraphy Club. Jerry is putting the finishing touches on a series of slapdash illegible kanji. Pretty good. I think I'm really getting a hang of this. Senpai approaches Jerry from behind, admiring Jerry's latest piece. Oh, so there is voice. Well, Seinfeld-kun, your line work is excellent. Thanks, Senpai. You know, Seinfeld-kun, I love your jokes. Tell me one. Doesn't really work that way, Senpai. Haha, you always know how to make me laugh. I've gotta talk to Senpai about George. Why won't he notice George? Hey, so, Senpai, saw your midterm grade pretty good. Thanks. I don't mean to brag, but I do study very hard. Looks like old George is trying to catch up with you. He's been studying pretty hard too. Senpai grimaces at the mention of George's name. I know he's your friend, but please don't talk to me about that Costanza. That guy really gets on my nerves. Oh, so you've noticed him? I can imagine him just having the derpiest face after that. After saying that on purpose. Alright, back to it. I'll tell you what I've noticed about Costanza. He's a pervert. He makes a mockery of our school's values. Sounds like George has been busy. Do you remember the hot springs trip, Seinfeld-kun? Nice place. I really enjoyed myself. Well, and it disgusts me to even think about it, but when we were at the hot springs, I caught Costanza peeping into the girls' bath. No! George, I think you might have the wrong guy, Senpai. Nobody else in this school resembles Costanza. You got a point. The bell rings, signaling the end of club activities. Just who does that guy think he is, anyways? I'm not sure even he knows. Behind the school. Toshio stands alone in the clearing behind the school. He waits, smirking with his arms folded across his chest. Typo! Alright, well, we'll continue this scene next time on Seinfeld Stories, the Senpai.